Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
All right.
Describe getting that call that you were the next man up if Nolan couldn't go.
Honestly, at this time of year, I'm happy to take any calls, especially when it comes from Arrow McLaren. Obviously, these are circumstances you never want to fill in. But either way, if they were to call someone, I'm happy that they called me. And like I've said previously as well, but I think my job this year is to be ready, stay on top of people's minds, and I think this is a great that I've done my job so far this year.
What have you been doing to stay fresh and stay ready for this call and these opportunities that could fall your way in the future?
Training neck, basically. Trying to stay in ready shape-wise, obviously, is one of the major key things that you don't let yourself go when you're not racing. And then as well, just being at the races, I've been at basically every single race within driving range from Indy. Being there in civilian clothing is a little bit different now. But I think things like that help. I ran into TK mid-Ohio the weekend before Iowa. Just happened to step outside of his trailer saying, hey, I'm here, ready to go, if something were to happen. He was just like, that's great. And then obviously I was still at Iowa there with in front of all the teams. And I think things like that, I'd like to think helps. And I'm not ready to give up on this yet.
How much of a personal investment is that to do the travel? I assume you're paying all your own bills. I mean, we've seen you the last few weeks at the racetracks, right? So just kind of describe that as a person making that commitment financially when it might not pay off at all.
No, and that's right. All this is done by myself. There's no one telling me to do it, but this is my plan A, B, C, D through Z. I don't have a plan B. So I'm thinking I'm going to do everything I can to make this happen. I'm not one to just sit at home and wait for the phone to call. And I know the people in this industry have a short memory, so I thought best way to put myself out there is to be there and remind them physically. And sadly, I'd say I've been in this position before in 23 where I didn't find myself a ride. Did find some success there, so I thought, all right, let me pull off my old notes and see what I did and just rerun them. And obviously happy to be here this weekend with Arrow McLaren. And like I said, it's pretty good for me. Obviously, I would love to drive. I was happy to see that Nolan was good, but then I'll take the weekend as a learning because obviously now, I work with Meyershank Racing, Chip Ganassi Racing, and now Arrow McLaren for a weekend. It's going to be interesting to see and pick up and see if I can learn a couple of things from what these guys have.
What will your role be this weekend, if any?
It will be a reserve driver role, so I will be staying ready. And I think, the idea was because we weren't sure when Nolan was getting cleared, even before when the team flew out. So they flew me out here and said that, we'll work with us even if you're not driving, which I'm very, very thankful for to be with the team. And like I said, for me, it's still a learning experience. And I'm at the races anyway. I'm very happy to be, colored up in bright papaya instead of civilian clothing.
Is there confidence in potentially finding an opportunity next year in 2026?
Yeah, I would like to say so. Otherwise, I wouldn't be at the races. If everybody was telling me no interest, I'd eventually run out of motivation. But luckily, that's not the feelings that I'm getting from teams. They're still interested and they still think I'm a good driver, which feels good. And that's why I keep coming to the races, because I know that there's a shot that I'm on the grid here next year.
It's good to see you again, Linus. Thank you.
Major channel announcement. Do you love NASCAR coverage? Well, as part of Frontstretch building its platform, we're now offering an option for paid subscribers. For just $3.99 a month, you'll be rewarded with exclusive content you can't find anywhere else. Beyond the cockpit interviews as soon as they drop. More of the pit road and bullpen weekend content that keeps you coming back to see the who's who of NASCAR explain all of their on and off track conduct. We'll even be doing some where are they now pieces, taking a look at former drivers and owners that made an impact on the sport. Want more direct contact with your favorite Frontstretch reporters? No problem. We'll give you a chance to communicate directly with monthly Q&As. Your questions are what drives us to find answers. That's why we're here. The best seat at the track and the best view on the net for all of your quality motorsports coverage. Come take the green flag with us